Middleton looking it over. With some art. They need this, and he sinks the layup.
Well, I tell you what, Middleton getting his hands dirty inside on the glass. You know he can shoot it from outside, but inside points are bonus.
First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. Holiday against George. And it's George again missing.
Very surprising that he came away empty there, especially given room to operate.
Yeah, credit Holiday for getting to the line on that one. With his quickness and length, I'd like to see him do that more often.
A platoon swap here for the Clippers. Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for Lopez. Antetokounmpo comes in for Giannis Antetokounmpo. Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for Chris Middleton. And it's Bryn Forbes in for Jeff Teague. Jackson with it, now guarded by Antetokounmpo. Here's Cousins. Can't connect from short range.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Here's Holiday. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
A really smart player. Holiday can find the spaces inside and exploit them for points.
Rondo looking over the floor. Passes it to Cousins. In the corner, Kennard with it. Shot clock at 5. Shoots a fader. The rebound by the Bucks. They're coming off that win against Minnesota.
And really showed their depth when they needed it most. On the road, having to manufacture points.
And, you know, the guys on the bench have great confidence in themselves. And when their name was called, they were ready to compete and contribute.
Outside Jackson. 1:02 left here in the first quarter. And out of bounds as the Bucks gain possession. Nicholas Batum, he's checked in for Los Angeles. And the Bucks making a change here. And that was another look at the aggressive D that led to the mobile 1 block.
Some intimidation right away. Got to show those shooters you're going to be there all night long.
And 1:01 left to play in the first. On offense, here are the Bucks. It's been 8 unanswered points for them. Now, here's Tucker. Zubac's defending. Tucker can't get it to go.
And, guys, not sure where his head was on that shot. Not what this offense was designed to create.
Not at all. I mean, that's where they want him looking for a teammate, not trying to do it on his own. He needs to share the wealth there.
The shot's good from Kennard.
If you're waiting for him to miss when he's that open, you're going to be in for a long wait.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. Here's the lob. Antetokounmpo hammers the alley-oop through.
Boy, nice job that time, guys, from Forbes, spotting the wide open man and dropping the dime.
Here's Jackson. That's no good. Misses his first shot of the night. Here's Connaughton. Mora, the pass to Forbes. Jump shot is good. He gets it up. He can't get it to go. At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. The Bucks on top. Lead. And earlier we checked in with Giannis Antetokounmpo, who had this to say about losing.
I think the most important lesson that I got is
all part of the process of achieving greatness.
Yeah, and most guys have had to go through it. MJ, LeBron, leading a team to a championship rarely happens early on.
And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Bucks, guys.
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
They've got them rattled. It's only the first quarter, and already they've made enough big plays on defense to last really an entire game.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. On the court for the Bucks, we've got Antetokounmpo, and it's Tucker in at the center position. And the rejection by Zubac. Here's Kennard. Some solid defense from Antetokounmpo. Milwaukee in the lead. Here is Forbes, right wing. Nora, the pass to Forbes. At the elbow, it's Antetokounmpo. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Tucker, and the rejection by Zubac. Nora, that's good. And the Clippers decide to take their first timeout here.
And they just can't seem to get going offensively.
And I think this timeout, guys, is where you draw up some plays that are guaranteed to create some high percentage shots.
Big group substitution here for the Clippers. Serge Ibaka is checked in for Zubac. Kawhi Leonard comes in for Luke Kennard. George is checked in for Jackson. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Rajon Rondo. Just over 1 minute has passed here in the second quarter. Outside, George. Ibaka outside. The shot's good on the assist by George. Ibaka's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. And here's Giannis. He'll bring it up for Milwaukee. Teague deciding where to go with it. Back to Antetokounmpo. Over Batum. No good. Shot missing. And the Clippers will go the other way with it. They put up a nice win against Utah last time out.
Well, it's easy to score when you're facing very little resistance. That's why their offense looks so good in that one.
Well, I think it was a combination of things, quite honestly, but the defense didn't really offer them a challenge all night. I agree with that.
Teague left side. Kicks to Middleton. Giannis high post. And he banks in the layup. Antetokounmpo's got his first points of the night. No doubt, Greg, you are known being a gritty, in-your-face defender. And when you think of the most hard-nosed point guards in the NBA today, who comes to mind?
For me, I think Chris Paul, I'd go first because this guy, one, he's a phenomenal two-way player. He'll do whatever it takes to win, even if that means pushing the envelope a little bit. Pat Beverley is another guy, just a flat-out bulldog. Marcus Smart, I think, falls into that category. Again, it's not always about being the most talented, but if you bring an edge about you, that really permeates throughout your team. So those are some guys. Drew Holiday is another guy I'd throw into that mix as well.
Yeah, they all lock in. You're right. So for the Clippers, Cousins comes in for Serge Ibaka, and Morris subbed in for Nicholas Batum. Drew Holiday, he's checked in for the Bucks.
Every time out, a chance to review the lineups, matchups, or call a play.
Yeah, and I agree. I think there's going to be a new wrinkle in their game plan when they come out of this timeout.
Leonard with the steal. And here we go. Fast break. Beverly's got it. Outside Leonard. Over onto Antetokounmpo. And the shot is long. For Milwaukee, they've gone 3 of 7 shooting the ball here in the second quarter. Teague kicks to Middleton. That's good, and so Teague with the assist. Middleton's got 6.
Teague's ability to find the open man makes him one of the better passing point guards in the league.
Here's George. Holiday with the defensive effort.
It does not get much easier than that, but somehow he came up empty there.
Antetokounmpo inside. He's against Morris. It's hauled in by George. The Clippers trail. Now the Clippers moving it up. Cousins with the ball.
Boy, for a big guy, Cousins really good in the open court, folks. I mean, this guy is coordinated and skilled.
Outside Teague. Middleton outside. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Los Angeles has gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc so far tonight. That shot wide open. And now a 4-point Los Angeles lead.
How about Kawhi Leonard knocking down the 3-ball? Didn't have that shot when he got into the league. Love seeing how he's improved as a shooter with the outside jumper.
Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup. Leonard's got 5 points now in the quarter. Outside Teague. Holiday against George. Lopez right side. There's the lob. Antetokounmpo throws down the alley-oop slam.
Love the read there from Antetokounmpo. I mean, his basketball IQ is really impressive when it comes to alley-oop attempts.
Los Angeles calls timeout. And Los Angeles with some changes. Zubac is checked in for Leonard. Luke Kennard comes in for George. And it's Jackson in for Patrick Beverly. And here is Los Angeles now. They lead by 4. They'll be playing host to Portland for their next game. And they've been enjoying this long homestand. That will be game 4 of 5 in a row at home. Morris passes to Zubac. And the dunk by Zubac.
Now, how about breaking out the Statue of Liberty on that dunk?
A nice way to pad that lead a little more. You're right.
Yes, indeedy. Well done.
Los Angeles leading by 6. Left side Jackson. They play the clock right. They go 2 for 1.
Just got to time it up right.
Morris against Holiday. Pass to Nora. Shot clock at 6. The Bucks need to get a shot off here. And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there, sure.
I get the feeling, guys, that he may be sensing that this is a critical time in this game.
And it seemed like they couldn't get anything to fall in that opening quarter, but you can just feel the momentum starting to shift.
Yeah, things are starting to look up. I mean, they're making amends for that slow start, finding a rhythm right now.
Holiday, the pass to Nora. Can't cash in from close range. And so we conclude the first half. Clippers lead by 7. And now let's catch up. Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Ernie Johnson. A pretty close game for the Clippers throughout the first quarter. At one stretch in the opening period, they built up an 8-point lead. It was in the second quarter when they really found their form. That about wraps it up. Time now for the second half of the game. We go to Kevin Harlan for the call.
We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. We have to like what we're seeing so far from Kawhi Leonard.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
Bucks trail by 7. They've got Paul George. Baca is out there with Morris. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Zubac in at the 1. That's the group starting the second half for Tyronn Lue.
Well, I tell you, that was double duty right there. He influenced the shot and then got back and cleaned the glass.
And George kicks to Zubac. To the middle, here's Morris. Makes it off the glass. Morris has got the lead up to 9 now for Los Angeles.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Well, when you look at the assist totals, hey, they've been clearly the better team.
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Hey, Kevin. Well, if you just look for a few minutes at Giannis Antetokounmpo on the court, you know why he's called the Greek Freak. But it's the drive that makes him an MVP. He said, people try to make it complicated. Life is simple. You know what you want, go get it. Do what it takes every day and don't lie to yourself. Guys, I hope you understand I'm being truthful in all of these reports. Back to you.
Love the intensity. David, thank you. And that one's good, George.
Nice play, and you can see they're gathering momentum.
You know, they need to stay aggressive here. Build the lead up while they've got the chance. Don't waste this opportunity.
And Giannis throws it down.
And Giannis Antetokounmpo has some major hops. At almost 7 feet tall, he makes it look effortless. You know, growing up in Greece, Giannis Antetokounmpo was so poor, he and his older brother, Thanasis, had to share a pair of tennis shoes. I mean, how about how far he's come since then? Now he's the first foreign-born player ever with his own Nike signature shoe.
Holiday, the pass to Giannis. Teague against Rondo. Teague can't hit. And here's George. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. They lead by their biggest margin of the game, 9. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good.
And Clark, they say back in Greece, all of Giannis's basketball shoes were hand-me-downs from his teammates.
Greg, nothing like not having enough to drive you to get more. I mean, clearly, you think about Giannis and his background and where he is now, he and Thanasis oftentimes would take turns playing in the game, swapping the same pair of shoes. Those days are long behind both of them.
And the Clippers call time here. A different look for the Clippers. Nicholas Batum, he's checked in for Morris. And it's Patrick Beverly in for Rajon Rondo. And Milwaukee also making a switch. Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for Drew Holiday. Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. Outside Leonard. He dishes it to Ibaka. Back to Leonard. Lock at 6. That shot misses. Good D by Lopez. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Chris Middleton. That is his first foul of the game. And the Bucks making a change here. Forbes checked in. Defense doesn't get much better than the mobile one block we just saw on replay.
And read the play perfectly. Gets himself in the air at the right moment. Terrific denial.
Los Angeles leading by 7. George looking around. Back to Beverly. George finds Leonard. Outside Batum. Here's George. And it's Connaughton with the rebound. Bucks trail by 7. Greg, you're the all-time assist leader for the Big West Conference. In that frame, talk about some of the traits that make for a good floor general, a good point guard, a good facilitator.
Yeah, I mean, listen, you have to be a leader because that's what the position calls for. Unselfishness, instincts, that stuff matters. But ultimately, your teammates got to feel like you play for them. And that's when you have a chance as a team to be special.
I'm assuming you've always been like that. Am I correct?
No, that is not
really?
true.
Wow.
I evolved into a leader. In all seriousness, you know, I think some guys are natural. Others, like myself, had to evolve into it.
And he's got his first free throw of the game.
And, you know, Nick Batum, out of France, taken 25th in the 2008 draft. If there was a redo, he's a lottery pick.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles. DeMarcus Cousins is checked in for Ibaka. Luke Kennard comes in for Kawhi Leonard. And Reggie Jackson subbed in for Paul George. Here's Forbes. Lays it up off the glass. Forbes has got his second basket of the night.
Boy, Forbes showing you some quick-footedness there. Nice instincts.
Inside. Here's Cousins. That's good. And it's Jackson with the assist that time. And the Clippers lead by 7. Bucks have gone an even 50% from the floor here in the third quarter. 4 of 8. Here is Forbes, defended by Beverly. Basket counts.
You know, Forbes is slight of frame, guys, but deceptively strong. He can finish through contact if he has to.
Outside Jackson, and there's the pass to Kennard. Pass to Batum. He feeds it to Cousins. Shoots over Tucker, and he gets that one to go off the front iron. Cousins has got 4 points in the quarter.
You know, we've seen Boogie hit threes now. Mid-range game, that's no problem either.
Passes it to Tucker. And they had their chances. 2 offensive rebounds, but they still come up empty. Kennard kicks to Beverly. Jackson from long range. And it's Connaughton with the rebound. Connaughton's got 4 rebounds in this game. Antetokounmpo passes to Forbes. Took the opportunity when he saw it. Forbes has got 8 points.
And as a spot-up shooter, guys, Forbes is right there amongst the best in the league, and his movement is what separates him from many. And he gets those chances, he'll convert.
Jackson with it. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Pass to Cousins. Back to Jackson. Shoots from the corner. That one doesn't drop.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you could see the frustration on his face.
And that's going to do it for the third quarter. The Clippers on top. They're up by 5. We'll be back shortly live from Staples Center in downtown Los Angeles. In a moment now, as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with his feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Yeah, that's just a brilliant read of the defense. I mean, it was also excellent anticipation of the movement of his teammates before the pass. Just great harmony on all sides.
3/10 quarters behind us. 1 more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. Clippers leading by 5. Setting the floor for the Bucks. At the forward spots, it's the 2 Antetokounmpo, Thanasis and Giannis. Teague out there with Holiday, and it's Tucker in at the 5. Jackson gets the bucket.
That was a tough shot. I mean, Jackson has practiced that, but he makes it look effortless right there.
Teague finds Holiday. Jackson against Teague. Here's Holiday, and he uses the glass on the layup.
And that's right in his wheelhouse, looking to make an impact when it counts.
You know, they want the ball in his hands here because they trust him to hit all the big shots.
And the call will be against Jeff Teague. That's foul number 2 for him. Leonard, he's checked in for Los Angeles. Paul George comes in for Luke Kennard. The Bucks also with the sub. Chris Middleton's checked in for Antetokounmpo. Here's George. The Clippers rebound. Morris kicks to George. Looking to end his coach. Oh, that was terrific.
My goodness. Yeah, you know, George really enjoys being in the air. I mean, this guy has great body control and bounce, and his slams at times can be absolutely sick.
And the Bucks making a change here. Lopez is checked in. And we've played through about a minute here in the fourth. And so it's Teague with it. He'll bring it up for the Bucks. Trailing here by 8. Here's the lob, and Antetokounmpo takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
And I tell you what, guys, Teague is just not looking for his own shot. I mean, a dependable point guard who shares the rock well.
George passes to Leonard. The pass to George. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. Just 4 to shoot. Stolen by Middleton. And now the fast break. Middleton with the ball. Here's Holiday, and it's sent back by George.
Well, I tell you what, Paul George is so tough on defense. Love the way he gets after people. He's excellent at staying in the play as well as staying in his stance so he can come up with rejections and deflection.
Here's Antetokounmpo. Scored the bucket. He's made 5 so far, shooting a very clean 5 of 7.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and coach knows it.
Showing no signs of slowing or cooling down. They're going to ride him as far as he can take it.
Morris, no good. Bucks trail by 4. Holiday surveying the floor. It's rebounded by Leonard. Leonard's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. And there's Jackson on the assist by Morris. Jackson's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Not an easy basket for Jackson. He doesn't shoot a really high percentage, but he does make a lot of tough hoops. Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think.
That's exactly how you send it. 2 hands and down.
Leonard against Middleton. 6 to shoot. Right at the free throw line. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good.
Yeah, and from mid-range, Leonard's jump shot is money. It doesn't matter if it's off the dribble or catch and shoot. He never loses his touch.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
What? You mean the throwdown at the end? I'll tell you what, fellas. I mean, the highlight shows are going to pain them even more.
Teague with a clean look. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Zubac has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Jackson kicks to George. Outside Leonard. Over Middleton. And it's Leonard missing. Bucks trail by 8. From about 16. And that one off the back of the rim and in.
Middleton is simply a very versatile and dangerous offensive player. He's clever at using the pull-up jumper in the right spots to balance out his shot-making repertoire.
And the Clippers call time here.
And he could tell his guys were dragging a little bit, calling timeout to kind of let them catch their breath.
And now a moment to present the New Balance Player of the Game, Marcus Morris.
And he's just been crushing it from the field tonight, Kevin. Whether it's been on open looks or with the guy draped all over him, he just hadn't missed much. With his percentage in the sky-high range, they've had no choice but to make him their #1 option on every trip.
It's a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, guys, over the break, I was able to listen to Teron Lue's huddle. He told them this is a game of runs. It's a game of momentum. We may have the lead now, but I'm telling you guys, it can evaporate in a hurry. Let's close this thing out. Kevin?
Timeout called, the Bucks. They're down by 9. We've got 1:55 left in the 4th quarter. Morris against Giannis. Excellent D there from George. Clippers leading by 9, and the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back. Giannis outside. It's good. The assist that time from Holiday. Giannis has got 12 points here in the second half.
And, you know, this is why people are so high on Antetokounmpo. I mean, he's a ferocious player, great competitive spirit, tremendous work ethic, and highly skilled. He wants to dominate.
Outside Leonard. Rebounded by the Bucks. The wide open look here for Holiday. And he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron.
With experience, skill, and ability, Holiday makes for the perfect go-to scoring option.
George against Holiday. And Ibaka kicks to Leonard. 6 on the shot clock. And finished off by Leonard.
And the fact that Leonard can pour it in like tonight, in addition to his defense, is really why he's one of the best two-way players we've ever seen.
Middleton, offensive rebound. Guys, you've got to think a basket here would seal.
No question. That would be all she wrote. And credit the whole team. It was a focused, concerted effort to put this one away.
Yeah, what a time to put the hammer down. Any hope of a comeback? Diminished.
They can burn some clock if they want to.
And get a little breather as well.
Stolen by Middleton.
Not enough ticks left on the clock to save them tonight.
Not by a long shot. It's all but official.
And Lopez gets it to go.
Middleton, a scorer by nature, that time showing you can find his teammates too.
Well, for the Clippers, they can just run out the clock. Now, here is George. That one good for 2.
And that's a great piece of work to get to the hoop there. Just tore the D to shreds.
So the Clippers with the win. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
And it makes a big difference. And once they started to really play in rhythm, you never...
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll do it, folks. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for being with us. See you later.